Hello everyone, this is Eric Jennis. Today we are starting Stage 2, Level 1. Stage 2, we're going to focus more on the bass clef than the treble clef. So, in the past we focused on the notes of the treble clef, and I think the best way to learn the bass clef is to compare it with the treble clef. So if we focus on these cards here, in the treble clef, on the lines, we discussed E, G, B, D, F, which is every good boy deserves fudge. And many people have different sayings for it, but it's E, G, B, D, F. And if we notice, the E is on the first line. In the bass clef, we have E, G, B, D, F again, but the E is not on the first line, but drop down a leisure line. And a leisure line basically means we add lines to accommodate notes. So we don't have a line here accommodating a note low enough to hit this E, and so we just draw a line. That's a leisure line. So the E in the bass clef starts on a leisure line, whereas an E in the treble clef starts on the bottom line. It's also very important to notice where middle C lands. In the treble clef, middle C is on the leisure line below the staff. In the bass clef, middle C is on a leisure line above the staff. It's the exact same note. They're just notated in different places. And middle C on the piano keyboard is located right in the middle of the keyboard, usually right under the insignia for the maker of the keyboard. So if we remember, C's are all, when you have the two black notes, the piano's made of two black notes, then three black notes, then two black notes. Wherever you have two black notes, C is at the beginning. And the C in the middle of the piano is called middle C. So we have middle C, and we discussed the lines. I want to just go over the spaces a little bit now. And incidentally, just a little reminder here of the bass clef. It's often called the F clef. And it's called the F clef because these two lines here, they surround this line. These two dots surround this line. And that line is the note F. So it's called the F clef. In comparing spaces of the bass clef and the treble clef, in the treble clef we discussed the word face. F being the lowest space and F-A-C-E. The same applies for the bass clef. The only difference is that the F is below the space, below the staff. So it's not really a space per se, it just hangs below the staff. So we have F-A-C-E, and then we have G-B as our notes there, which are on the top of the staff of the bass clef. So again, in comparing them, the F of the treble sits in the first space. The F of the bass sits below the first space, but it's the same F-A-C-E, and this is F-A-C-E. Okay, so those are going to be the notes. So again, in review, we're going to try to really master the notes of the treble clef and of the bass clef, and in the next level, we are going to go over some of these notes and practice some of these notes so that we really get a handle of them. But really what I want you to take away from this level is, number one, where the middle C's exist in notation on their respective clefs, and two, where the face exists in the treble, where the face exists in the bass, where every good boy deserves fudge exists in the treble, and where every good boy deserves fudge exists on the bass. Again, the comparison is that in the bass, it is dropped down a whole section. Okay, in the next level, level 2, we are going to go over the notes specifically and just sort of have some fun and sort of testing them and showing them where they exist on the piano. And I invite you always to visit my website, ericjennis.com, and I look forward to the next level.